Alright, today is the day. If you guys are not aware what I'm talking about, look at this. We're gonna go to the Liberation, and there's one character that I'm very close to getting, aka Guilty. Alright, so we're gonna get this social point for 15 times, and Simulation Room, this will activate her.
A gift? Why are you giving me this? You want me to like you?
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Okay, so let's talk about Guilty as a whole. What can she provide to your team overall, other than her sexy voice and moans?
Don't be afraid of me, counselor. Please, learn to trust me.
Which I get it, like a lot of players love that, but hey, I think she's a very useful character to have. So shotgun user, burst 2, she's going to be able to fill up a lot of slots. So she's going to be competing with someone like Rupee, for example, whereas Quincy is much more of a supporter and she's going to be competing with Dola. Now, in terms of her kit, let's have a look. She's going to be a wind element. The skill 1 is what makes her shine in general, right? So you can see, mind if I borrow this, duplicate 5.87% attack of ally with the highest attack. This is at skill level 4 currently, stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 10 seconds. So this is what makes her really strong, and she's gonna shine in particular for Gravedigger boss. I'm gonna showcase an example later on, so hopefully you guys can see from that. Skill 2, time to play, so activates after landing 12 normal attacks. Now this one is going to be a little bit more finicky. It's much more of a niche skill. I don't think this is going to do much in general, right? It's going to improve upon wind type allies. So ideally, if you look at wind type characters right now, let me see if I can go into this particular slot. We'll filter by wind type for all the character. This is what we have in terms of the option. Alright, so you have Adme, you have Pepper, you have Diesel, Miracle, Fairy, Anne, Epinel, Dola, Volume, and Noah. Like, no particular burst 3 character that can actually benefit from her skill, with the exception of Epinel. Now, unless you like Epinel's design, Epinel is not going to be like the top tier for burst 3. Like most of these others are like burst 2 or burst 1 character, so there's not enough Nikkes in the roster right now to be able to form like a full win team per se, which makes this skill overall kind of redundant for the time being, right? But it does increase that count of buffs by 1. Alright, so let's have a look at the burst skill though. So Gotcha affects one enemy unit with the highest defense. Now again, with bosses, this is going to be quite good, deals damage, and then affects the same target when mine, if I borrow, this is fully stacked. Alright, so this means the skill 1, if you fully stack, you will also able to decrease enemy's defense by 13.5% for 5 seconds, and also deals additional damage. Overall, not too bad of a skill. She's going to be a damage monster moving forward. Now let's show you guys a little bit of example in the testing zone. So yeah, you can see right now, this is going to be the Union range. I'm going to bring her in alongside with Lita. I'm going to slot her in alongside with that. We have Scarlet, Modernia, and Drake. I know this is going to be a little bit tricky, and especially with Modernia, the damage can fluctuate so much. So let me try and swap Modernia out. Maybe this is going to be much easier if you slot in Modernia with someone like Sugar, for example. Alright, I'm going to bring in Sugar. So hopefully this is going to be giving us more consistent damage throughout.
They are as candles, the better burnt
So
out.
hopefully, I doubt with this particular team, this is actually the exact same team that I use for Gravedigger. Alright, exactly this particular one. So we have Lita, Guilty, Scarlet, and then we have Sugar and Drake, right? So shotgun team, Very, very good. I think Guilty complements the shotgun team very well. Alright, so obviously Scarlet can be slotted out with Modernia if you're trying to tackle Gravedigger per se. Gonna move forward a little bit, come back with the damage results, and then we're gonna try to swap out Guilty with someone else like maybe Quincy or even Dola and give you guys a damage comparison. So with this, my Guilty was able to do about 6.3 million, so I want to take everyone's damage into consideration right here. So as you can see, she does decent damage. She's probably the least geared character right here. In terms of the gears, in terms of the skill level, she's 444, whereas everyone else is not. So I'm going to screenshot this, swap her with someone else like perhaps Dola, and then we can do a much more thorough comparison. Now, Guilty doesn't perform as well in the shooting range compared to a lot of other characters right here. As you guys can see based on this data that I have. So we have Dola right here, and then we have Quincy right here swap out for Guilty. Now you can see this first one, she actually does the least amount of damage. Now once I put in Dola was able to give little buff, doing significantly slightly more damage, about 1 million more compared to the with Guilty, because Guilty doesn't buff, right? Same for Scarlet. Scarlet's damage jumped by approximately 5 million right there. And then same goes for Sugar and Drake. They are now doing way more damage. Now if we were to compare this one as well, Quincy does slightly less damage than Dola, because I noticed in the Union range some of the enemies are always very far away, but you can see it's much more comparable. Alright, Little right here, and then Scarlet do very similar damage. Same applies for Sugar, does more with Dola, and then we have Drake, which does about equal right here. So Quincy does have heal, which is something that Dola doesn't have. So they are both very, very similar in comparison. So you can see in the shooting Union range, definitely Guilty doesn't shine as much, but where she shines is going to be in against Gravedigger. I think using her, she does more damage for sure, which messes things up for me. I'm not sure if I can use the same sequence anymore. So the last sequence, the last phase, you cannot have any... You need to break all 3 circles in the first round. If you don't, you can't do anything. And so maybe you want to save your ultimate for that one, or your burst. So actually you don't want to break, you don't want to get rid of the boss too fast here. I know this sounds crazy, but you want to chill for a bit. And activate right now. How do you not get that? Is it because Drake is done? Drake, how long are you gonna... Don't stun Sugar! Oh, I hate it when Sugar is stuck. So hard to aim. Okay, save out. Don't use it. Wait for now. This one we need to break this, or else cannot. Okay. This one as well. Okay. Break that. Alright, good. We got one. Okay, it's okay if you don't break that, but the next... This one has to break. Okay, break that. Okay, nice. Focus. Break these. Okay, good one. Left. Okay, left. Okay, that's a lot of damage actually. So this one we can chill. I think we got this. Yeah, this is a perfect score. Yep. Just have to time the ultimate skill better, or the burst skill. Let's have a look at the damage now. I'm curious. Wow. Okay. She does the second most damage. Oh, she does more than Drake with better gears. It's quite impressive for the amount of that she was able to achieve that. So this is how much my Drake has, right? So Drake has 1 overload gear, and in terms of skill level is 666. And Guilty was able to achieve that at no overload gears, all level 0, skill is 444. So yeah, I do think that she's a good candidate to be able to replace a lot of other shotgun users. Alright, so with that being said, that's gonna be it for this video guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of Guilty overall. As always, subscribe, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.